Hey YouTube, it's Keisha Girl here, and I am back with another video. So, oh my gosh, stop. Okay. Get down. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about tips on how to potty train a 1-year-old. Yes, a 1-year-old. It is possible, and I just want to disclaimer. I want to let y'all know that it takes time. So make sure you have the time on your hands. Make sure that you are available to primarily focus your attention on your little one, and also be ready for pee and poop on the floor. If you have carpet, please have you some. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to do a video. Bite. Okay. Make sure you have you some carpet clean. Can I do the video? Make sure you have some carpet cleaner on hand, some kind of stain remover, some kind of disinfectant, whatever you might use to clean your carpet. It's not hot. Take a bite. Take a bite. Good job. Bye-bye. Make sure you have that on hand and ready. You're welcome. Ready to use when these accidents happen, because they will happen. And also keeping in mind that you are being very rude right now. Very rude. Come here. Come here. You want to get in the video? Come here. Come here. Since you want to be the star of the show, come here. Come here. So, like I said, make sure you have those things ready and available, because you will need it. And also keep in mind that, baby, like I said, also keep in mind that they are very young. That's you. And say me. Me. Say me. Look. Say that's me. Say that's me. Can you say me? Me. Okay, you want to run off again? They are very young. Like I said, they are very, very young. And still they're still learning. And getting a full understanding of things going on around them. And stop it. Hey, stop it. Hey, leave it alone. They're understanding things that's going on around them, and learning their bodies, and things that the body do and stuff like that. So just keep all of that in mind. Your patience has to be on 1,000. It has to be on 1,000. You have to be very calm about the situation, especially when the accidents happen. Do not freak out and scare the child, because they are going to revert. They're not going to want, and in fact, it's going to actually scare them away from the pot, and they're not going to want to use the pot. So please, 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 that's one big tip. Because during this whole process, I've learned that getting upset about the fact that maybe the child peed or pooped on the floor or the carpet, and showing them that you are upset about it, that's not good, because it's going to make them not want to use the pot. So that's one good tip right there. Yeah. Make sure whenever you are... No! Stop! Make sure when you are having them sit on the pot, have wipes available, and just in case they do make the number 2, they poop on the pot. See, and he's ready to go to the pot now. Come on. Let me take this off. Pot. So, yeah, just in case they might poo on the pot, you gotta make sure you be ready. Wipes so you can wipe it, because of course they're gonna be ready to run off and finish playing with their toys or doing whatever they want to do, because they don't fully understand that there is poop on my butt and it needs to be wiped before I run off and do anything else. You have to teach them that and have them understand that, you gotta wipe your butt before you run off. So just make sure you be ready for that. Also, try keeping, this would be a really good tip as far as like keeping a log or something jotted down, maybe in your phone or on a piece of paper or the calendar or something, to keep in like just to keep track of when they're using the pot, what they're doing on the pot as far as the poop or pee, what they're doing on the pot, the time that they did it, how long it took for them to do it, and also, you know, even if they didn't do anything on the pot, you want to mark that too. And then you got to keep it in mind, like keep in mind, or, you know, remember whether or not they had something to drink at that moment or whether or not they ate something at that moment, so you can keep keep track of what's causing them to go to the bathroom, how long it takes for them to go to the bathroom before they've consumed something. So that's very, very helpful, because now you can get accustomed to the schedule when they are going to the pot. You know, it's very easy, because once you get, you know, into their schedule and learning, you know, when it's time for them to go to the pot and stuff, before they start telling you that I need to go to the pot, because before then they're not saying it much. I mean, my child, he did, you know, very few times in the beginning he would say pot, 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 because he knew his body was feeling some kind of way down there that made him think I need to go to the pot, but not always did he actually use the pot. So that's why I say it's very good to keep up with when they're consuming something and how long after they've consumed something they go to the pot and what they do on the pot. I know, baby. Mommy's trying to do. Oh, you're so sweet. Come here. You want to give mommy a kiss? Come on. Come give mommy a kiss. Mwah. Thank you, my baby. You got some food right there. Eat. He's so sweet. Also, here's another good tip too. It might sound crazy. It might sound insane. But it actually helps the whole process. Can you like not be so rude, please? Buy underwear. Buy actual underwear for your toddler, for your 1-year-old. Because here's the spill on that. Not the training underwear, not pull-ups, actual big boy underwears. And I did like, okay, so I have both, well, all three. I have the training underwear, I have pull-ups, and I have regular big boy underwear for him. So and I'm gonna get into, you know, as far as like what I did with him having on each kind, like each type of the underwear. But here's my thing with the actual underwear. I feel as though, and this will work for him. I'm not saying it's gonna work for every child, but I've learned that with the actual underwear, it's having him to understand that if I pee or poop in these underwear, that's gonna be on me. Whereas when the training underwear or the pull-ups is absorbing it, even though the poop still sits there, but it feels a lot different with real underwear on rather than a pull-up or a training underwear, because the urine has been absorbed already, but the poop is still there. So, and that's normal feeling for him, because he's been feeling that since he was a baby. So I feel like the actual underwear, having the actual underwear on him, does help the whole process, because now, you know, with that on him, he don't even like that on him now. He's at the point where he don't even like anything on, to be honest. But when it comes to the eliminations, he's now understanding that I need to go to the pot, so I don't have this on me. Okay, so those are my tips, and I'm gonna just say, from the beginning of the process, what I did was basically I woke from the first day that he actually used the pot, which was around like I said, between 10 and 12 months. He woke up that morning, he's like, pot, 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 pot. So I was just like, oh yeah, pot. And then I was just like, let me just put him on a pot and see what he does. And I put him on a pot, and he ended up pooping on a pot that morning. So from that day forward, I would just, in the morning, I would get him on a pot. And then whenever I get him from daycare, and we got home, then I would introduce him to the pot again that day. And then right before we go to bed, I would put him on a pot again if he had not already pooped or peed, because he was still wearing diapers at the time. So that's what I would do. That's what I did up until maybe around, I want to say 15, between 15 and 16 months. That's when I was, yeah. Baby, listen, look at me. Hey. Okay, you know what? Between 15 and 16 months, what I did was I actually started putting more time into having him sit on the pot even more. So what I did was each day, and we'll put him on a pot in the morning right before bed. Those two stayed consistent. But as far as like in the middle of the day, he for the most part, he would be at the daycare. So he was still wearing the diapers going to the daycare. And whenever I get him home, or especially for days that I was off from work, so I started off with every 20 minutes. I did 20 minutes every 30 minutes, and I increased the time each time. I felt like he was getting better at holding in his pee or poop, and knowing when it's time to go to the pot. So I did 20 minutes for a week, and then I did 30 minutes for a week, and then I increased it to every hour. Then after every hour, he did every 2 hours, and now he's to the point where he's basically telling me when he has to go to the pot. What I would do is either he'd have on a pull-up. He would have on a pull-up first. That would be early in the morning. He would have on a pull-up, and then I take the pull-up off, and he would run naked for a while. And then during the times, like if I'm cooking or cleaning up or doing something in the house, I would have on the training underwear. That's what I would have on him. And then like whenever I'm finished cleaning or cooking or whatnot, then I would have on the regular underwear on him, or I would just have him straight up naked, just running around naked. So I can gauge whenever he's getting ready to go to the pot, because you can actually tell when it's time for him to go to the pot, especially for little boys, because you can tell, you can look at their little birds and you can see that it's kind of, sticking out a little bit. They got to go to the pot. Now, when I started doing the every hour, then I would have him on normal underwear, just the regular big boy underwears. He did have plenty of accidents, and that's going to happen. You just got to be ready for it. Plenty of accidents, peeing on the floor. And then during that time when he was doing the every hour training, at that point, he really started understanding that I'm peeing on myself, or I'm pouring on myself. Because every time that he get ready to go, he would do his little dance. He'd say, "Pot, pot, pot." And this is partially my fault. When he would say "pot, pot," instead of me immediately running him to the pot and having the pot like in a good distance. So this would probably be another tip too, is to have more than just one pot in the house, because if they're ready to go, they're going to go. So it would be very helpful to have more than just one pot in the house, and probably in every room wherever y'all going to be at in the house. So that's also a good tip. I don't know, if you don't have the money for it, then just be ready to be cleaning up spills all day long. But yeah, so like I said, partially my fault when sometimes he would say "Papa." I wasn't moving fast enough to get him to the pot, and then he peed on himself. He peed on himself more than he pooed on himself. For the most part, he pooed in the pot, but as far as peeing, he just went wherever. But yeah, so like I said, he pee on himself, and then he say, "Uh-oh." And I was like, "Oh man, Mama, sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Mama didn't know you had to go to the pot, or Mama didn't move fast enough." Just taking the fault for him not using the pot. One thing you want to keep in mind is always be positive throughout the experience with them potty training, because like I said in the beginning, If you're not, and you're impatient and you're getting angry or you're getting mad and showing them that you're upset and things like that, it only frustrates them. It scares them away from the pot. Especially, I mean, if you want to get them on a pot pretty early, then you want to stay away from that kind of attitude about it. You gotta have the patience, and you got to stay positive about it. You know, if they had an accident on the floor, just find a way to make it you know, a learning experience for them. Like, it's a bad thing. You want them to know that it's bad that they pooed or peed on the floor. You want them to know that it's not good, but you don't want to scare them away from using the pot. So what I usually do whenever he do have his accidents on the floor, he already knows that he didn't peed on the floor or something. So he would just look at it and say, uh-oh. He back away from me. He said, uh-oh, no, 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 no. And that's because I used to always say, uh-oh, you pee on the floor. You don't pee on the floor, you pee on your pot. Look, let's go find your pot, and we're gonna pee on your pot, okay? Pot. And he said, oh, pot. And he runs and finds his pot, and he drags it to me. And then, you know, it's until the next time he does it again. But those are pretty much all of the tips that I have as far as potty training a 1-year-old. Like I said, you just gotta be prepared for it all, and you gotta have the time, you gotta have the patience to do it, and make sure that if you are going to do the potty training at this age, just keep in mind that they will still stick their fingers in the pot. If they pooed or peed on the pot, even if they pee on the floor, they will play in it. So you just gotta make sure you keeping their hands and stuff clean after they've done it, or, you know, put them in the tub or whatever. And also teaching them that it's not okay to do that, you know, because like I said, they're very young. They're extremely young. And don't start potty training your kid if they're not already showing signs to potty train. If they're not showing those signs that they are ready for the pot, then don't even bother with doing it. Don't even. I wouldn't suggest it, because I feel like if you do try to force it on them, they're just not gonna want to do it. Because I mean, kids at this age, they don't want to be forced to do anything. They want to do everything on their own, because they are learning. That this is all a part of learning for them. But my son actually started showing these signs at around, just like I said, between 10 and 12 months of age. So therefore, I introduced him to the pot. The pot was always there, but I never actually put him on a pot or anything like that. So yeah, we are here. He still has his accidents here and there, but for the most part, he is completely aware of when it's time to go use the pot. Now, I did see one potty training video where they said something about using stickers in a chart to show the kids that, hey, you just use the pot, you get a sticker. And I think that's really a cool idea. I just never tried it with him, because I don't think he's really into stickers or anything like that. Never really bought him stickers, so I don't think the sticker thing would be something I would use for him. But I mean, that's an option right there to use, like a tool to use to praise and congratulate them, and let them know that they're doing a good deed. I didn't really have to distract him with anything, because he just wanted to go to the pot. It's just that he wasn't completely aware of when it was time for him to go. He's doing very well with the pot now. He can run around practically all day with big boy underwear on, which he does have some on right now. 8, 9, 10. Good job, Stinky. And I won't even have to worry too much about whether or not he's going to have an accident, because I'm pretty confident that he's going to tell me, for the most part, I need to go to the pot, you know. But that is all I have today. If you have any questions or any concerns, anything that I did not cover in this video, just leave the comments down below and I will get to them as soon as I possibly can. I do have a lot of other videos that topics that I want to cover. I am extremely sorry about being absent and not uploading any videos. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I will make a video about that, about everything that's been going on from the last video that I uploaded up until now with this one that I'm uploading. Just stay tuned. I'm sorry. We are out.